guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to crochet this adorable sloth. So let's get straight into it. The materials you will need are brown and white yarn. I use this Jelly Baby Chunky Chenille yarn in the colour Teddy and the colour White. A crochet hook that's suitable for the yarn you're using. I'm using a 6mm crochet hook for the Jelly Baby Chunky Chenille. A stitch marker, some scissors, a large eye sewing needle, a needle threader, some safety eyes and safety backs. I use 12mm eyes for this, but you can use whatever size you like. A little bit of black wool for the nose and the mouth. This once again is Jelly Baby yarn in black, and some stuffing. We're starting off with the arms. So with our brown yarn, we're doing 6 single crochet in a magic ring. So I use this magic ring method where you cross it, flip it, and then yarn over that one, pull it through, twist, grab that one, pull it through, and that creates the knot. And then you're going through, grabbing the yarn behind, over, pulling it through both. That's 1 crochet, and 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then pull it tight to close. So then rounds 2 to 5, we are just doing 6 single crochet all the way around, which will just grow it up into an arm shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can use a stitch marker if you want, or you can just keep counting, whatever you would prefer. This is the arm, then you want to make sure you flip it because it's currently inside out. Flip it so you've got the nice side and poke the tail through, because as you can see the magic ring on my one didn't end up being too tight, so that's fine because we can sew that to be tighter. So now you're here, you're just going to go along the top with single crochets. So it'll be 3 single crochets going straight along the top. I'm gonna go through the front loop and also the back loop, so front to back. So you've got, and then just a normal single crochet. 1, front to back, 2, 3, and then you want to leave yourself a bit of a tail. Cut your yarn, pull it through, then get your needle and your threader, thread the end, and then just sew up the end of the foot if it needs sewing up. Just go through a few times, and then just put it back through the foot to end with. Then with your white yarn, you're going to thread it. Then we're going in from the side of the foot down to the bottom, to the very bottom, like that. And then you want to pull through enough so you've got enough to do 3 little claws. Go down about 2 stitches down and then thread it through. So do one sort of at the side, like that. One quite in the middle. and then one on the other side. When you're placing where the last one's going to go, you can then go back to the original hole that it came through. There's these 3 little claws. You can just use the needle to sort of straighten them up a bit. There's the little claws. Tie a knot with the start of it and the end of it. And then cut the yarn, and then using the end of your needle, you can just push that back into the foot. There is 1 foot. So you want to make 4 of these. Here we have the 4 arms, so we're now going to go on to make the body. Now we're doing the body, so round 1 is 6 single crochet in our magic ring. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then pull that tight to close. Then round 2 we are doing 6 increases. So 1 increase, 2 increase, 3 increase, 4 increase, 5 increase, 6 increase. Gonna add our stitch marker. So for round 3 we are doing a single crochet and an increase times 6. Round 4 is then going to be 2 single crochets and an increase. For round 5 we are going to do 6 single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we are going to take our first leg and making sure we're putting it on going from the outside to the inside. So rest the leg on the outside. We are just gonna crochet along 3, going through the leg and through the body. So we're going through the leg from front to back, through the body from front to back, and just a normal crochet. 1, and then do it again in the second one. So through the leg, through the body, pull it through, number 2, and then find the last one. Go through number 3, and that's how we're going to attach all of the legs each time. So you can see that's now nicely attached. And then, so coming away from the leg now, we're going to do 5 single crochet. So this is what's going to be between the legs. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then get your next leg, and we're gonna, the next 3 along, add the leg. So through the leg, through the body, 1, through both, 2, 3. So you can see you've now got the second leg on, and then carry on back round to the stitch marker. Then rounds 6 to 8 is just single crochet all the way round. So once you've done your 3 rounds, it will look like this. With the little tails, you can either put them through to the inside and cut them off, or if you did want to do any sort of sewing on the front to make the legs more secure or anything, if you put these, pull them through to the front, you can then use them to sew the legs on further. But often if you've crocheted the legs through on the way round, that will be secure enough. For round 9, we are starting off with 7 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the idea is that these higher legs just sit a tiny bit further inwards than the bottom ones. You see they're just a tiny bit further in. So you do 7. Then with your other arm, you're going to attach the arm exactly the same as we did previously. So going along for 3, so we've got front to back, through the arm, through the body. 1, 2, 3. There we go. So you can see that arm's nicely on now. Then we're just doing 3 in the middle this time. The gap's slightly smaller because they're slightly closer together, these arms. 1, 2, 3. And then get your final arm, crocheting that one on. One, 2, last one. 3, and then single crochet carrying on round back to the stitch marker. Should be 8 single crochets back round to the stitch marker. There we go. So that's what his body looks like now. The final row of the body is row 10 and it's just single crochet decrease all the way round. leave quite a long tail because this is what we're going to be sewing the head on with. Pull that all the way through. Now we're going to stuff the body. So get your stuffing, squash it all the way down. You can remove your stitch marker. So stuff the body, and then we're just going to place him to one side while we do the head. So first of all, you want to do 6 single crochets into a magic ring. We are going around doing 6 increases. You can add your stitch marker. So now we are going around doing single crochet increase. So we've got single crochet, and our increase, and then at the end of the increase, so after the second stitch, we are colour changing to brown. So get your brown, pull it through, and then tie it onto the white at the back. That's tied on the back. There we go. Okay, now we are doing, with our brown, a single crochet, and an increase. And on this first one of the increase, we are changing back to white. So just pull your white through and then back in that same hole with the white, like that. Then we are continuing round with our white, doing single crochet, increase, ooh, single crochet, increase, and then once again on the second increase here, we're going to colour change back to brown. Colour change back to brown, because then we need to mimic the other side. So then we've got single crochet and our increase, and on the first one this time change it back to white, and then go back in for the second half of the increase, and then single crochet and increase back round to the stitch marker. For our next round we are doing 2 single crochet and increase. So 2 single crochets, 1, 2, and then on our second increase, changing to brown. Then 2 more crochets in brown, 1, 2, and then change to white on the first increase. There we go, and then we're continuing round, 2 single crochets, 1, 2, increase, and again, 1, 2, and now this one where we change again. So on our second increase we change to brown, there's the brown. Then 2 single crochets, increase in brown, 1, 2, and then on the first one of the increase we change it to white. There we go, and then 2 single crochet, and increase back round to the stitch marker. You then want to change back to brown. Pull your brown through. You can cut the white because we're all done with the white on the head now. We are doing 3 single crochet and an increase all the way around. So 1, 2, 3, increase. You'll do this 6 times. Now this is as big as the head is going to get. We are now going round just doing single crochets to make it more of a sphere shape. Now the head is much more round, we are now going to start decreasing. 3 single crochets and a decrease, times 6. Then 2 single crochet and a decrease all the way around. Then a single crochet and a decrease, times 6. Then we have our head. You can remove the stitch marker. We're now going to add the eyes. So you want to add the eyes sort of in the middle of the brown bit. So you've got a bit in front and a bit behind the eye. And then get your safety back and secure it. And then the same with the other eye. So not too far forward, right in the middle of that brown bit. And secure it. There we go. Now with your stuffing, you're going to stuff the head. making sure it's nice and full. There we go. And then you are just going to do 6 decreases all the way around. Put it through, cut your yarn and pull it tight like that. Then with your needle and threader, thread the tail and just use the rest of it to just sew up that hole. There we go. And then send it all the way through, out the other side. Use your scissors to cut off the excess and poke it back in. So there we have the sloth's head. So now we've got the body and the head, all that's left to do is attach them. So I find it better if you try and bring the head slightly more forward than what you think. Makes it look a bit cuter. So you can use any sort of pins, anything that you have to hold the head, to hold it in place if you want to. I usually am able to just do it by hand, but it's totally up to you. With your needle and threader, I'm going to thread this nice long bit of brown that we've got at the back of the body. Then position your head wherever you want to position it. And then I just sort of go through the body and then just grab a bit of the head, put it through like that. And then as you go around, you can sort of adjust it to exactly where you want it. The more you do, it gets easier the further around you get. Roughly all on now, and then I often like to go round just a second time just to sort of strengthen it all up a bit. And then when you feel that the head is nice and secure, just go through it, maybe sort of down so it comes out through the body somewhere. There we go. And then you can cut that, poke it in. So there we have our sloth. Now all that's left to do is the face. You want to thread your black yarn go in the side of the face somewhere that you're not going to be sewing. And then you're wanting to go right across the centre of his face for the nose. So you can usually sort of feel it, it will be where the magic ring had started. So coming up, pull that through. And then just going across to the other side, about 2 stitches worth. So that's the nose, and then you want to come out where you're going to start for the mouth. So think about where you want your top corner of the mouth to be. So there's his nose. And then for his mouth, so this is one top corner, then find your other top corner, so sort of equally, so it's sort of equal on the other side, and then go down to where you think the middle of the mouth is going to be. And then you want to loop it through, so it's going through that stitch, and then that will pull to make a little mouth shape, like that. And then just going over the top of that bit, back into that same stitch but over the top of it to hold that in place, and then come back out where you started. And then that will tighten and hold the mouth in place. There we go. And then just tie a knot. Cut it. There you go, and then just poke it into Sloth. So there we have our very, very sweet Sloth. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy making the Sloth. Please let me know if you do make it and how you found it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week for another video.